Your phone lights up with a message from someone you love. Can you help me with something tonight? You're already exhausted. You had planned to eat, shower, and finally have one quiet evening to yourself. Your thumb hovers over the keyboard because you know the honest answer is no. Still, you type, "Of course, what time?" The relief is immediate. You won't disappoint them. They won't think you're selfish. Nothing between you has to feel tense. Then the resentment arrives. You put down your phone and feel angry that they asked, even though they had no way of knowing you needed rest. You tell yourself they should have considered you. But you never gave them the chance, because protecting them from your no felt safer than letting them know the truth. For some people, saying no is simply a decision. For you, it may feel more like a threat to the relationship. You don't just imagine the other person hearing, "I can't do that tonight." You imagine them hearing, "You don't matter to me." You picture the pause before they reply, the change in their tone, or the possibility that they'll remember this the next time you need them. So you say yes, not because you freely want to help, but because guilt makes refusal feel dangerous. That reaction may have started long before this message. Perhaps you learned that being easy to care for kept the house calm. You noticed which answers pleased the adults around you and which ones brought disappointment, silence, anger, or accusations of being ungrateful. Maybe nobody explicitly told you that love depended on your cooperation. They didn't have to. Children are very good at noticing what protects closeness. You became helpful, flexible, undemanding. Those qualities may have earned you affection and approval. They may also have taught you that other people's comfort was partly your responsibility. But childhood isn't the only possible origin. Family expectations, culture, religion, previous relationships, and years of being rewarded for self-sacrifice can all teach the same lesson. Good people make themselves available. That lesson follows you into adult relationships, where every limit begins to resemble a moral failure. Your chest tightens. You start writing a long explanation. You offer 3 apologies before giving the answer. Sometimes you retract the boundary before the other person has even responded. The discomfort feels like evidence. If saying no makes you feel this terrible, you assume you must be doing something terrible. But guilt isn't proof. It's an alarm, and alarms can react to old rules as if those rules still apply. Useful guilt points toward actual harm. You lied, broke a promise, ignored a responsibility, or treated someone carelessly. It asks you to repair something. The guilt you feel after a reasonable boundary may point to something else. You violated the role people expect you to play. That distinction matters because disappointing someone is not automatically the same as harming them. A person can dislike your answer without your answer being cruel. They can feel frustrated, inconvenienced, or sad, and you can still have made a reasonable decision. Yet you may treat any change in their mood as an emergency. You send another message to soften the first. You offer a different favor you don't have the energy to perform. You keep negotiating against yourself until your no becomes a reluctant yes. That is the part you have to face. Other people may pressure you, but sometimes they don't need to. You've learned to apply the pressure for them. The cost appears gradually. You keep saying yes, then quietly keep score. You remember every ride, every late-night call, every favor, and every plan you accepted while wishing you were home. The people you love may believe they're receiving generosity. What they're actually receiving is consent mixed with fear. Eventually, love begins to feel like debt. You become irritated when your phone rings. Simple requests feel heavy before you've even heard them. You withdraw, not necessarily because others demand too much, but because disappearing feels like the only way to avoid being asked. And something more painful happens. The people closest to you build a relationship with the version of you who always agrees. They may care about you sincerely, but they cannot respect needs you keep hiding from them. You handed out keys to the house and kept yourself standing outside, then started resenting everyone for entering. A boundary changes that arrangement. It tells the truth about where your capacity ends. That truth won't always feel loving in the moment. Someone may be disappointed. If they benefited from your constant availability, they may even resist the change. Their reaction can tell you something important, but it doesn't automatically prove that they don't love you. People also need time to adjust when a familiar pattern changes. Start with a clean answer. I can't help tonight, but I can check in tomorrow. I care about you, and I don't have the capacity for this right now. No, I'm not able to do that. You don't need to build a courtroom defense around every limit. Explain what is useful, then stop trying to make your answer impossible to dislike. The guilt may remain after you send it. Let it remain. Don't immediately offer something else. Don't reread the message looking for evidence that you sounded cruel. Give your body time to discover that discomfort can rise and fall without you surrendering the boundary. You're not trying to become someone who never helps. You're trying to make help honest again. A yes has meaning only when no is genuinely available. Otherwise, it isn't generosity. It's compliance disguised as love. The people who care about you may not enjoy every boundary. Real closeness doesn't require that. It requires enough honesty for both people to know when they're receiving affection and when they're receiving fear. So here's what I'm curious about. What is the smallest no you still feel guilty saying to someone you love?